How y'all doing? So, as you saw, we started spraying. I have some materials I just bought and we're gonna wait till it's gonna dry and we're gonna start basically carve it out. So far so good, everything is kind of sprayed. I have like thickened the layer of the down layer, so all the gaps, everything was like filled, so it's gonna dry and I can start carve out the last position of all the form. On the arch I kinda added a bit more, so I have more material to work with. Here, as you you can get to see like the vent and this like arrows. I starting widening a bit the side skirt over here and widen over here like uphill, and same with the rear arch, starting filling some gaps, and I start to actually make this like a full mold for the fender. So we're gonna do it, and that's how it's basically going to be. So it's gonna carve out and basically go like by this end, it's gonna end, and then probably we're gonna think the way how we're gonna do like this part with the rear. So basically what we are doing now, as I told you before on the previous episodes, we're gonna basically made one side completely how I wanted, how it should be like looking like, and then I'm gonna probably drive out onto the road, onto the actual outside, and see how it looks, how it performs with the handling, with the steering. Is nothing like touching or squeaking on water things. So we're basically gonna do one side completely how I want, and then we're gonna drive out and see how it looks. If I agree, if everyone's like satisfied with the things I did, then we're gonna probably go on and copy everything on the other side, and it's gonna be way easier, because then I know exactly like which places I need to spray, which places I need to carve, which needs a bit like sanding and so on. So that will be way easier and saving material and time. So instead of doing both sides at the one time, I'm gonna do one and then agree with how it looks. If that satisfies me, we're gonna copy it to the other side, and that is basically how we're gonna do it. As you saw, I have started to carve a bit and start smoothly some places getting into the shapes. Here I have precutted the door out, like the space, but I did a bit mistake, so I will fill it up again and cut it once more time. Cut it that way also. So far so good. pretty rough shapes, of course, still. This is like the wind. We're still gonna need to check the points by these arches to be exactly like straight. As we can see, it's a bit, yeah, you can see like a bit curved out, but that's okay. We might gonna leave a little curve here, and probably with the side skirt here too. And here I think also gonna be like a little curve, and here is gonna go slightly inward, but like barely. So the front could look a bit like beefier than the sides. And then from the side skirt also, here is gonna be way more material, and as you can see, it's slowly getting into that curved in. So basically I'm gonna spray some more foam and gonna go eat, and after that probably it's gonna be slightly hardened and I can do way more of the trimming and cutting. So I also have pre-cut it like this perimeter where I sprayed it, so now it's kinda like a level. So yeah, gonna spray it and see you after lunch. So after some carving and trimming, the front arch kind of starts to get in a shape. Still needs like a lot of like sanding and like doing like bends and curves like nicely. I still need to figure out how I need to measure like from the wheel, like for example how much I want this to like stick out a bit and then go like inwards, and then basically from a horizontal position from the middle of the wheel we need to do like exactly same all the way to like horizontal position over here, and then still go like outwards. So I need to figure out how we're gonna do it. Maybe we're gonna put some board, and then by the board I'm gonna cut it evenly or sand it. Maybe I need to buy just a bigger like sponge, you know. So we'll see about that. But so far so good. Everything is kind of going nicely, and I mean the curves are pretty nice, I would say. Here we're gonna have that vent that's probably gonna go outside like straight through. This only one piece is going to be like separate, so that's easy. And those pieces, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna make somehow like a cut when I'm gonna be done and those pieces, I mean, it's really gonna be fragile if I'm gonna make a whole piece. So we'll see, maybe I'm gonna make a cut that is barely like seamable, so we'll see about that. The side skirt also getting slightly into shape. I sprayed it foam like on this piece. I sprayed it some inside, still needs a bit more because this gap is too big. So yeah, rear arch, rear fender also starting to slightly get into the shape. It's still rough condition, but so far, I mean, in conclusion, we are getting somewhere, I think, don't you think? This is definitely starting to look like a wide body, I would say. It's pretty thick. That's nice. And yeah, so if you can follow me on Instagram, sometimes I do posts, sometimes we do live on basically how I'm just working on, or maybe can answer some questions for you guys. So just in case if you wonder where to find me, it's the same as my nickname, same as my Instagram, 4aces. You can check it out, and you can probably join us sometimes on live. So hopefully you will join us. And I'm gonna do a live right now, a live for a half an hour, and after that probably gonna trim some more, so there's going to be some progress in the future. All right, so after the live, everything looks pretty similar, but we did some sanding a bit, so it's kind of slowly starting to get in a shape. Right now I'm kind of working with these angles over here, how to do like curve, and then how to like connect together with this arrow and this side together. So I think I'm just gonna do it like that. I'm gonna cut kind of diagonally, so I have like a mark where this should end to the line and where that should curve out to the line, so that is gonna be pretty much matchable. I did exactly from the over fender over here, it's exactly level, so I did about, I think, 13 centimeters, so that's pretty good amount, pretty similar to all the arch, so that should pretty much match. There's going to be like a furthest point, and from this point is going to be just go inwards and outwards over there, so then we can just carve this out like that, and with this we can go with the middle, we can go like that, and we're over there is going to be straight up, and then just going to twist onto the rear fender over here. With the fender over here, we also kind of started to roughly get in a shape, so it's kind of getting matched. All right, I'm gonna think how I'm gonna carve this out and make like inside like a vent, and how we're gonna do right over here. Okay, I don't know, but for some reason I cannot manage to do what I like actually. So I'll probably need to think about it, how else I can do it. Because I don't like, this is not like beautifully curved. So I don't know. Probably later on at evening gonna check, gonna see how I can manage to do like a different form or something, because this looks bad. This looks actually bad. So only this part pretty bad, but everything else kind of looks good. So yeah, probably gonna finish this episode. This part, I think, is part number 6. So I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna see you tomorrow. We're gonna do absolutely the same again and again, and I'm probably gonna keep up with the videos so you guys can have some kind of entertainment at least at evening or at night or in the morning. It doesn't matter. So as always, if you like it, drop a like, and see you guys tomorrow.